Franchise consultancy, the next big opportunity. Not everyone is meant to follow the crowd. Some are born to lead, to guide, to unlock potential. Imagine a world where businesses thrive because of you, where entrepreneurs take their first step with confidence and established brands scale beyond imagination because you showed them the way. Welcome to the world of franchise consulting. A $5 trillion industry is waiting. A booming market where demand for expert consultants is soaring high. India's franchise sector alone is growing at 30% annually. Over 1 million businesses are looking to expand, and they need guides, experts, and consultants like you. Being an independent franchise consultant means more than just a title. It means empowering businesses, helping aspiring entrepreneurs start strong, supporting business owners in scaling up, enabling profitable exits for those ready to move on. With 27 years of Franchise India expertise, a global network of brands and investors, and a program designed for professionals like you, IFC is your gateway to success. This is not just a business, it's a movement, a career, a future. So, ask yourself, are you ready to be the guide, to lead, to grow? Become an independent franchise consultant. Be the guide. Grow with us. Franchise India.
A very good evening to all. Welcome to Franchise India. It's the world's largest franchise consulting company. We are currently present in 14 countries globally. So, Franchise India is world's largest, as I just mentioned, consulting company. And we are conducting this webinar to give you a clear-cut picture of this independent franchise consultant and what are the benefits, what are the supports that you will receive from us. So, to give you the more idea about this program, I would request Sanjay Bhatt, sir, the CEO Director of Franchise India Consulting Private Limited, to give you the light, throw some light on this entire concept and program. Thank you so much, sir. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, Anurag. So, very good evening, friends. Thank you so much for joining in this special edition of this webinar at special time, which is 5 p.m., because there are a lot of people who are at work right now, and there are some who are in the office, and this is a very, very important time as of now. But we warmly welcome you to this $5 trillion industry, world of franchising. So, today's webinar, why it is special? Because direct invitation from the House of Franchise India to few who are really looking forward to start consulting as a practice, consulting as a career. And with Franchise India, the legacy of 27 years, this is an opportunity wherein we created across cities, across markets. We have 97 cities already in 15 countries also. But now we could see that franchising is growing, and so do we feel that we should also step into some more cities where we want to have a local partner with us. So giving you some understanding, Franchise India is a trusted advisory platform, how to start your own business platform. And what we are looking at that, independent franchise consultant, that's what today's special webinar are about, is a specialist, how to start your own business specialist. So give you some understanding what we are, what is our business. I'll make it very simple for all of you. So what we do is we work one side investors, one side brands, businesses. So what we do, we matchmake. We matchmake. Because today's time, if you see, there are 60 to 70% business buyers who are first-time business buyers. They are professionals, and but they want to get into some business. They want to start parallelly some kind of a business, but they may not operate, and some may operate. But which model will work for them, which business will work for their market, they have no capability of that. So that's where we come with our 27 years of legacy, 27 years of advisory, complete advisory services, when we help these investors how to select a right opportunity for them, because we have to do a rightly fitment for their market, right fitment for their investment, what they have, and what kind of profile and what kind of experience they are getting in. We need to really match make. And other side, we are working with businesses, brands to help them to scale their business. Means if they as a business and they are from one city, they want to operate in other cities, They want to expand in different cities because consumer is everywhere. They want to expand because they have to grow. So franchising becomes a viable model, viable way of expanding their business. So we work with these businesses also, which are largely at startup level, scratch level, or they can be in the mid segment, or they are enterprise brands or large corporates. So we have proudly saying that we have today Tata's profile, called brands with us. We have Reliance brand portfolio with us. We have our Raymond portfolio with us. We have also Aditya Birla brand portfolio with us. And at the same time, we are also helping startups to get completely into franchise system, franchise mode, and we help them in different cities to expand and get franchisees on board. So these are largely two businesses. Third, we also help business owners to come out of the business. We help them in exit. We help them in getting a new buyer if they want to come out of the business, or any franchise owner who have taken some franchisee earlier but now do not want to continue and they want to exit. And there is none other than Franchise India who can help in all three segments. We also use a byline. Nobody in the world sells more business than Franchise India, because Franchise India have created a ecosystem and a large network in 97 states. Today we have around 1,200 full-time people who are working for franchise development. They are all franchise experts, and we also have now in 15 countries already present. In India, as I said, so some metros we have already 10 to 15 partners as well. Some cities we are also having one partner, two partners, and now we are seeing the consumption on daily basis is growing. That's how franchising is growing. Now, when we see there's a humongous opportunity over there for uh, for like-minded people to join us, because franchising is growing, and so do our business. Because proudly saying there is none outside Franchise India who would help investors, who can help brands to scale, and also would help in terms of exit out of the business. So that's why we are organizing this webinar today, where we are looking forward for like-minded professionals. If someone is from the franchise industry, already done franchising, absolutely, this is going to be a highly rewarding opportunity for them. Someone who is doing real estate consulting, education consulting, financial consulting, this is going to be highly rewarding. But at the same time, this would be the right time also if someone is looking to change the career, because we have seen some partners who are there with us today, they are from different industries, and now they have put their time, they are involved into this business, they have understood the basic methodology of this business, and they are highly successful. So it's also a right time if you want to change the sector, change the career, and this is going to be the phenomenal opportunity for if you are involved into this business. Like other businesses, wherein we have seen there's a ROI, return on investment. In our business, our returns are depending on your involvement. So it is return on involvement model. That's how it becomes highly profitable if you are involved into this. So just to give you some understanding, Franchise India runs with three names, three companies. In India, we are Franchise India. Internationally, we work with Fran Global, and that becomes the market entry for global brands in India, and that's also helping Indian brands to go outside India. And third is FranCorp. FranCorp is 49-year world's largest consulting company, and we are partnered with FranCorp in India. And that's how we are saying within Franchise India and FranCorp, we are world's largest today. So in this webinar, what we are going to achieve today, what we are going to talk about today. So largely three things we will talk. We will talk about what is Franchise India journey so far in last 27 years. We'll talk about what does the industry look like next 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, and what is the scope in franchising next. Third, we will also talk about one presentation for independent franchise consultant as a business model, and we will give you complete understanding about how you can become part of Franchise India. If you become part of Franchise India, then how would be your business model? What is the monetization model? How is your payout structuring? And what are the products? What are the revenue products? How you can grow with us? And what all are there as in terms of revenue products for all of you? So we will request you to be interactive in this session, in this webinar. Interactive would mean because there is no way wherein you can speak to us direct. So only one way is that you can use Q&A box. Share your thoughts, share your queries in the Q&A box. Please do not raise your hand because you cannot speak to us. So we will also ask you some questions once we give you understanding who we are, what we have done till now, and then it's becoming very important for us to understand who is there in this webinar today. So what's your background? If anyone is from consulting background, so would be great if you can just give us some brief about yourself, what kind of consulting you do, what is the business you are involved in. That will be very, very helpful. And plus, we will also give you some understanding about today's webinar is that once you share your thoughts with us, your questions with us, we will take those all your questions, and we will also know which cities you are coming from. So Q&A box would be one way of communication from your side, wherein we take your questions, and we will also seek some answers also when we ask you some questions. So let's make it interactive, because consulting is all about becoming interactive in this, and webinar becomes one of the opportunity wherein we have created this opportunity to understand both sides. And post the webinar, all our leaders will reach out, have a discussion with you, and give you full understanding about this model. You have some questions, and we have also some questions. Then we have a selection process. That selection process would be when we have 10-minute interaction with our chairman, sir, our managing director, and I can also come on the call, and then that's the selection from both sides. Then you will become our partner. But I'll give you some understanding in this webinar who is there today with us, along with our leaders. We have also management team. So first is with us, we have Anurag, who is our team member. He has joined us from East Kolkata. We have Ajesh. He has joined us from Kerala market. We have Shakti Vel. He has joined us from Chennai, Tamil Nadu. He runs a branch in Tamil Nadu along with Kapil. And we also have other team members along with. We have our managing director, Ms. Sonia Chaudhary, also joined in this webinar. So please make it interactive. Use Q&A box. Do not raise your hand, and share your thoughts and share your background in the Q&A box only. And now I'll hand over and invite our Managing Director, Ms. Sonia Chaudhary. She can set the perspective and also welcome you once again. Thank you so much for joining in this webinar, and please stay there for 1 hour. We'll give you complete understanding about this webinar, and I'm sure there are a lot of takeaways from for all of you. And then we can post that, we can have a one-on-one discussion. Thank you so much for joining in, and over to you, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sanjay. And friends, a very good evening once again to all of you. We welcome you to today's webinar. And just to do a quick recap, and I see some of you also have raised your hands and have written, we'll try to cover every single question that you have. My request would be you can write your queries in the Q&A box, and we'll be happy to answer. And this would in fact help all your friends also who have joined in. So I think somebody asked the 3 companies that we run. So at the group level, I would say we are a completely integrated company, and the entire business that we run are split into different entities at the group level. So we run a very big media business, which is franchiseindia.com. I shared the website details also in the chat box. Somebody who wants to, in fact, know what our group companies do and the kind of businesses that we represent, the website will give you a very fair understanding of our business at large. So you can go through the website. So that's our media business. Now, media business is largely through our website, which is a discovery platform where investors come, discover opportunities, and equally when the companies who want to find franchisees, they also list their businesses on the website of Franchise India. And this is all startups to all large corporates. You'll find Tatas, you'll find Reliance brands, you'll find Aditya Birla Group, a lot of enterprise companies, unicorns. You'll find all these opportunities there. So that's a discovery platform for investors. And the second business is where we also run 3 B2B magazines in India, where the oldest magazine that we've been running is Franchising World for the last 27 years. And the second magazine is Retailer. And third magazine is Entrepreneur, which is a joint venture between Franchise India and the American company. So Entrepreneur is not an Indian company. It is globally #1 business magazine in the world. And we are proud partners of entire Asia Pacific for Entrepreneur. And our third media business is our physical exhibition events that we do, about 200 large exhibitions, conferences, and award functions that we conduct in a year, where we have companies coming representing through these events, and we have thousands of investors who pay a fee to enter these shows. So the biggest of all the shows that we do is a show which happens in Delhi every year, where 45,000 investors from across the country and the subcontinent of India, they come and visit the show, and about 800 companies from India and international markets. they represent their opportunity in the show. So that's our media business, which comes under franchiseindia.com. And our second business is largely, I would say, advisory business, where we are also partners with a company called FrankCorp. FrankCorp is again one of the oldest franchise consulting companies in the world, much older than Franchise India. And FrankCorp is 50-year-old company. It has headquarters in America, and we partnered and acquired the rights of FrankCorp about 19 years back. So FrankCorp works with companies to make them ready to get into franchising. So when I say we make them ready to get into franchising, so everything from their strategy to their financial business model to their legal agreements, creating their financials, creating their SOPs, all that is done by FrankCorp. And then comes our third business, which is largely, I would say, transaction business or brokerage business in very simple terms, because we have a very big ecosystem of investors, business buyers, entrepreneurs, I would say, who want to start a business. So these investors use our platforms, reach out to us and take guided assistance from us to help them and guide them to take a decision to buy a business. And on the other side, we have companies who reach out to us where we take exclusive mandate from companies to represent them in different markets. Now, this exclusive mandate can be pan-India. It could also be limited to a certain markets. If the brand, especially all the mature companies, sometimes they have larger requirements, not sometimes pan-India, but in markets where they don't have much presence, they're underserved in these markets. But we work only exclusive mandates from companies where we reach out to potential partners. We see the fitment of the partners, the parameters which are laid by the companies, and recruit these franchisees on board. So that is one very large business of ours. And every single year, about 10,000 franchisees are sold through the platform of Franchise India and a brokerage company, which I would say is a very, very large number. And on an average, a unique investor would invest almost about 50 odd lakhs in any business. So when I say 50 odd lakhs, the investment can obviously be upwards of 50 lakhs. It can be less than 50 lakhs. But 50 lakhs becomes the average investment made by every single investor. So our investment spectrum, because we work with industries, different industries and segments and sectors, starting from, I would say, 20 odd lakhs to even 100 crores investments. And these investments are obviously larger investments that we raise for companies, especially the jewelry businesses or international brands who want to acquire a master franchisee in India. So the investment spectrum ranges from about 20 odd lakhs to about 100 odd crores. But the average investment is 50 lakhs that any investor puts in the business. So in these 27 years, we have actually established ourselves as, I would say, the only company which today is the largest franchise ecosystem in not only in India, but I would say across the world, because there's no other company who bring in the proposition that we have and all under one roof, from giving them marketing platform to interact with the investors, and equally for investors to interact with company, and a platform where companies can use our services to become ready to launch their franchise business, to our services where we handhold our companies to find the right partners, and equally our investors to find the right opportunities. And our fourth business is where we also, because given the distribution that we have and given the depth we have on the business of validated learning, we also, between our two companies, I would say, Franchise India and Fran Global, like Sanjay mentioned, we also operate in 15 international markets. So the entity, which is the international entity under which we run our operations, all these operation businesses come under Fran Global in all the 15 countries outside India that we operate in. So we also hold the master franchise rights of about 50 companies, and these companies are across 20 countries and about categories which include F&B, education, skill development, retail, health, beauty, wellness, which include salons and gyms also. And these are master rights that we own not only for India, but a lot of countries, including the subcontinent and GCG. And our partner program is, I don't know who have joined from outside India, but our partner program is not limited to India, but we also have our global franchise consultants who also operate in other markets like Thailand. We have partners in Mongolia, we have partners in Canada, US, Sri Lanka, and also GCG. Given the fact we also have our direct teams, but we also run and operate through a very big ecosystem of partners. So very quickly, I'll give you a little understanding, why we are all here. So if you look at the franchising, and Sanjay gave a little background to it, franchising has today become a very large industry. Everything that we are consuming today is coming from a franchise business. It is a global success story. It is a big catalyst for entrepreneurship, a very powerful wealth creation engine for entrepreneurs. And today in India, if you all would agree, we are experiencing a very big wave, and we are, I would say, at a tipping point where entrepreneur programs, growth, franchise-driven expansion by companies, that is becoming very, very big. So we are inviting forward-thinking professionals, consultants to join us in building one of the most dynamic, robust, strong franchise networks in India. So that was a little bit about us. But also, if you look at the growth today, like I said, it's a very big growth which we are seeing. And when we look at the growth drivers, we have a massive consumption engine when it comes to India. 70% of our GDP is driven by domestic consumption, and which makes India's economy very, very resilient. And if I compare that even with economies like China, the domestic consumption only accounts for 53% of their GDP. And India's economic progress in the last 10 years has almost doubled the growth which has been achieved, I would say, in the first 67 years of our independence, versus what we have achieved in the last 10 years has almost doubled. And it is expected to be 3x the progress that we make now in the next 10 years. So what we have done in the last 10 years, the growth in the next 10 years will be 3x of that. And franchising plays a very crucial role in the continued growth of India's consumption story, right, which is very, very large, which also attracts a lot of international investments. Global companies today all are wanting to come to India. The second aspect that you all would also agree, and I'm sure we all are customers ourselves, we are consumers ourselves, there's a big formalization of consumption which is happening. And equally, there is a change in terms of consumption patterns. So despite India still being low per capita in a lot of consumption categories, the consumption cycle in India is shifting very, very significantly. And almost all the consumer categories are today growing. I would say that maybe 1991, when we look at all these consumer categories, and we look at now, all these consumer categories today have become at least 4 times much larger than what they were 30 years back. And the third reason, which I would also like to highlight, is in India, we have a very big entrepreneurial legacy, which is deeply ingrained in our culture of entrepreneurship. And this is evident from the large number of businesses, rather micro businesses that are run in the neighborhoods, from Amul dairy booths to mother dairies. And the demand for entrepreneurship, not only at the bottom of the pyramid, with the last 20 odd years, the demand at the bottom of the pyramid was very, very high. But today, not only that demand still sustains, but there's a bigger demand which is coming from the new breed of entrepreneurs, which are the new generation of entrepreneurs, HNIs, ultra HNIs, even family businesses who are exploring opportunities, diversifying their businesses, and the first generation of entrepreneurs who are becoming the first time business buyer. This community in India has become very, very big. 25 years, in fact, 27 years back when we started, this community of first-time business buyers was only 10%. So which means if there were 100 people buying a franchise business, only 10% people were exploring and taking the business for the very first time, the first generation business buyers. Today, we have 60% of our entrepreneurs, investors, franchisees who are buying business, they are first-time entrepreneurs. So this group has become very, very big in terms of the entire community today that we serve. And finally, when we look at the job creation in India, it still remains a very big challenge, and franchising is a very big solution to it. Now, India faces a massive job creation challenge, and we need to create 1 million jobs every single month for the next 10 years. And that's very, very big delta. So what we are servicing today is only 25% of this. While we require 1 million jobs to be achieved every single month for the next 10 years, what we are servicing today is only 25% of this. So that leaves a very big delta of 75%. Now, franchising comes, I would say, as a very big solution to it, because many individuals are turning to taking a business for themselves and buying themselves a job in the absence of, I would say, high paying job opportunities in smaller cities, especially tier 2, tier 3. You still have high paying job opportunities in the top cities of India, including Delhi, Hyderabad, Bangalore, Chennai. But when you go tier 2 and tier 3, these opportunities do not exist. And this is where, we actually come in, because we are a business which requires a lot of local and hyper local presence. It requires dealing with the investors on the ground. It requires to understand the market dynamics. And that's where our association with the partners and our collaboration with like-minded entrepreneurs like you become very, very important. But unlike a lot of businesses that you might have been you come across, our business at Franchise India, we are a knowledge company and we are a business which is led by knowledge. So it requires a lot of learning every single day so that we're able to advise our investors on the right fitment of opportunities. So we need people, partners who come to us who have a mindset of growth and also believe in the purpose that we have at Franchise India, which is the purpose of democratization of entrepreneurship, because we want to make inclusivity. So when we look at democratization of entrepreneurship, we want to ensure that everyone who wants to start a business, an opportunity, a business opportunity should be accessible for them. So that is the reason we started our independent franchise consultant program. And the last 5 years, I would say we have gained a very good traction. And today, 50% of our business, and in certain cases even larger, of our business in the brokerage business in our group comes from our IFC partners. And these partners come with a lot of maturity, and the average experience they carry is about 20 odd years. Right? So we friends will take you through a small presentation, but before we get started, I'll also request if you can also share a brief profile about yourself, because it is very important to understand who is there, what cities that you come from, what your backgrounds are, because that will help us in identifying the right fitment. So if I can request you, and you can all go to the Q&A box, and we'll give you 4 options to, in fact, choose from. I think we've already written that in the chat box already. So these are 4 options, friends, if you see that in the chat box, and you can choose any one of the 4. It can be a combination of more than one. So if you're a professional, you are doing a job, you can write B. If you're running any form of business, you're a franchise owner or a business of your own, you can write B. You can mention a business or a franchisee that you run. If you're a management consultant, because a lot of our partners today across India and also globally, I would say 80-85% of our partners today are consultants. They're consulting companies, or at their individual capacities, they're consulting. So you can write MC. And finally, if you're looking for a career change, you can write C. So I'll request friends, please go ahead, take on to the Q&A box. And I'll request Sanjay if he can check and the profiles which have already started to write in. Friends, my request would be all of you, please go ahead, write your profiles, and please also mention the city that you come from. While we run a very big distribution across India, 97 cities, but we still have many markets where, in spite of the fact we have a good presence, but the demand of opportunity is big that we need more partners. And there are certain cities and markets where currently I have lesser presence. So definitely we would like to know more about you. Choose any of the 4 profiles that reflects you and the city that you come from. Sanjay, over to you.
Thank you so much. And first is Ms. Sonal Agarwal, and she is from the city of Lucknow. She's a business owner. You might have seen recently there was an event which was organized, franchise initiative, franchise event by government of UP. And we were also part of that because government of UP have invited Franchise India to spread the entrepreneurship there in UP now. And there are a lot of other things which are happening, a lot of developments happening in UP. I don't know if you have attended that show, but Franchise India was invited and we did parallel discussions, panel discussions, and a lot of other things also there. And we got a lot of investors who are, say, first-time business buyers asking for 5 to 10 lakh rupees also to do something, because business to start is not easy. It's highly risky, especially low-cost investments. We talk about 10, 15, 20 lakh rupees is highly risky. Now you need a consultant, you need a specialist who can help guide, and who is going to their help. So that's where we come in between. So suppose Sonalji, you are general manager from Lucknow. We also already have one partner in Lucknow. So that's a great opportunity now, which is now come up. So a lot of local brands also, they are looking forward to scale their business. Who's going to help? Where they will go? There is no other platform. That's where Franchise India comes in between, who would help in terms of helping these businesses to grow and to come out of the city and expand in other cities also. So welcome, Sonalji. And then we have Mr. Indra and Priyadarshini B. So I think your city is not there. You're a business owner. You have to mention your city you are from. So Mr. Anshul Agarwal, B and MC. So you are a business owner and you do some kind of consulting as well. So would be great if you can just give us some understanding about what kind of consulting you are in. So be it franchise, is there anything you do in terms of some helping startup companies, or you are helping some people with your finance financial services, please send us your further details. Okay, then we have Pranjit Dar. So looking forward, it's a career change. So Pranjit, you also have to give us some understanding which city you are coming from. Anshul Agarwal ji is further writing Raipur, Chhattisgarh. Absolutely great opportunity. Now we are looking forward for building of Raipur, Chhattisgarh as well. We have one partner right now, but now we have done some events over there, so we could see there are a lot of entrepreneurs who are first time business coming into businesses who are looking forward for even 20 lakh also. And we have seen some of the serial entrepreneurs also coming to us who have some 3, 4, 5 CR as well. So both sides, you need one expert who can really match make well. So great opportunity. Yes, I was talking about Sonalji, same CM UA conclave and franchise event, which was happening there for 2 days, rather it was for 3 days. And then we have one somebody who has joined from Mumbai saying its name is loan advisor. So you have to write your name. Please change your name if possible. So you are a management consultant already. You can give us some understanding about your consulting. That's very, very important because when we see a profile which is talking about MC, management consulting, that becomes our first preference because then you are absolutely knowing what we are talking about. Uh, Pranjit Dar is as hello. I am working with one of the India's largest private petroleum company, doing franchise development and channel management. Absolutely. So this is great, and I have worked UP, Kerala, Odisha, currently in Assam. So great. It will be very, very complimenting for you, 100% because what's the minimum size ticket? Size ticket, you were talking about the businesses which we sell, which is 7-10 lakh rupees starting, and then it goes to 500 crore. Right. So we have all the brands with us. Suppose if we talk about a category jewelry, so right from 15-20 lakh rupees, we are talking about a fashion jewelry up to 60 crore rupees, wherein we are talking about Indriya today. It's a 50 to 60 crore. In between, we have Tribhuvandas, TBZ, you everybody knows. You have Kalyan, we have other businesses also in between, which are the lab grown diamonds. Very, very emerging category, and it's 1 to 10 CR in between the game. So these are all there with us. So we hold 95% share of the market today with us, and that's where these all brands are there with every category. You name that category, you name that brand who into franchise, 100% that with franchise India. So welcome. So then we Priyadarshini writing Hyderabad. Absolutely, Hyderabad is our great market. We have a very, very strong partners who are there, very successful partners, and great market as well in terms of business to expand, business to scale up in this area, and a lot of investors having bigger investments. So they are looking forward for a professional. They are looking forward for an expert who can handhold well and get some opportunities for them which are not in the market available otherwise. So then we have Mauleshwar Raoji, software professional, SAP consultant, worked with many types of industries. Uh, IT, yes. So if we talk about in our system right now in our community, we have the most successful partner is from coming from IT. He been 28 years in IT. Now he has full time decided to be with Franchise India, and he has gone deeper into this, understand the model, understand financials and everything, and now he becomes the most successful. So it's a career change path what you are going to talk about, but this can be phenomenal opportunity if you are giving time to this business. So if you give time, you are getting knowledge. As we said, it's a knowledge-based business. So you have to give yourself time and then learn every day. So learning is in our DNA. So we do every day one new brand we launch. We do brand trainings, 3 to 4 brand trainings every day. That's what we need time to understand, and then you can further go to the investors and help them with the right guidance and right advisory. That's why we are paid for. Then we have Emil Jacob. So Emil Jacob is from Kochi, Experience Channel Management. So if you are channel development management, you have done absolutely. This is going to be 100% complementing for you also because you know how work channel works. Would mean that how to do this piece. This can be also very complementing, but provided that you are looking forward for yourself, not Saturday Sunday kind of an opportunity. This is absolutely not for few who are looking forward. I have some Saturday Sundays with me, and I'll put some time and get some money out of this. Absolutely not. So we have a lot of understanding in this because we know It's about involvement. More involved you are, so you are getting more revenues, more payouts out of this. Mr. Raja, Karthik Raja ji is again MC, very good. So please send us your details on management consulting, what you do. We warmly welcome you. Then we have Mr. Chandra Kumar, again management consultant, great profile. So please share a little more on your management consulting, what you do. Mr. Manikandan is looking forward for a career change. We can discuss what you are in right now, which business you are in, which company you are in. Are you a professional? Are you running some business, and why you are looking for a career change? You know, what is your thought process about categories which you are right now dealing, and what does you look like as a franchise industry? If you have some thought process, you have seen some businesses growing in franchising, you have seen some brands who are franchised in their business. Are you using? Are you consumer? Are you have some understanding? So it's a complete discussion which we want to have before we go ahead. Okay, Mr. Satya Singh is the loan advisor by the name Loan Advisor. So now he has given us his name. So welcome, Satya, from Mumbai, having experience of more than 15 years in consultation of financial products. Absolutely. So now understand, financial products you are giving your consultants would mean that if you know financials of any brand, you will be highly paid because investor would want this kind of an understanding. What are financials all about in any of the business opportunity? This plays a vital role if someone is knowing the financials. So absolutely would be great complementing business for you also if we come into franchising or come into consultation of franchising. So this will be highly complementary. So welcome. Now we can see your name, Mr. Satya Singh. So otherwise it was loan advisor. Thank you. Mr. Manikandan is still writing his Arialur and looking forward for a career change. So welcome, Pranjit. Are these geographical limitations for consultant? That's very important question. So at Franchise India, we understand there's a limitless opportunities, and it's all about how you build yourself as a brand. We have no restrictions, we have no limitations. So you get a brand on board and you want to drive it pan India, we can do that. Brand which is already on board with us, you decide to work for any category, work for any brand, work for any industry, and take different locations, we are absolutely okay with this. So we have no restriction, and the best part is we have no overlap. In these 27 years, we have created a process and a system. There is no overlap with others because you get your leads. These are not been shared with any other. So no overlap at all, and no geographical limitations of your business. Mr. Karthik Raja is writing Salem, so welcome. Then we have Anna Durai, Salem again, so welcome. Then we have, okay, Mr. Chandrakumar is writing Chennai, so welcome. Anshu Agrawal ji is writing, okay, yes. So you have given us a complete understanding about this. I'm already looking forward for the limitless opportunity we have in franchising. Absolutely, we will have a discussion on this, and then we will see how we can create this phenomenal opportunity for you. As you said, you have said BNI once. So you have writing the BNI Raipur. So BNI is a brand which Franchise India have entered in India, and we have launched in India. So I will pass on to Sonia ji now once again, so you can also help us to understand this further.
Okay, thank you so much, Sanjay. I think friends, we'll run through a small presentation, and we like your profile. In fact, I'm impressed to see the kind of profiles that have come on today's webinar. And we also have partners who are BNI partners. You know, this is a business of networking and collaboration. So we welcome you. And I see some of you have given a very detailed profile, especially I would say Anshulji, who is a member of BNI Raipur. So Anshulji will be happy to discuss. Raipur is a very good market, and we'll be happy to come on a one-to-one discussion with you. So friends, we'll run a small presentation on the business model because somebody asked what is our ticket size, how do we make money? I think there's a small presentation, 15 minutes more to go. We'll run you through a small presentation. We'll talk about the products. We'll talk about the average ticket size that we charge. We'll also talk about the payouts which our partners make, and we also have slabs. So some of our older partners who are mature in the business, they also are on a very high slab. So while we start with a small, but that's also very significant slab. But when you go up the ladder, the larger quantum of the payouts, in fact, goes to our partners and less comes to Franchise India. So I'll let Sanjay take us through this presentation, and we'll be happy to answer any questions if you have while we take you through this.
Thank you so much.
Thank
So,
you.
friends, we will run some slides today because we feel that you are also having your time is important and we also have to get it done within the time limit. But please feel free to have any question after the webinar when we get in touch with you. When our leaders will contact you, have a discussion, you can ask any question you have. So, first slide, which is saying what is franchising, we discuss it's a $5 trillion industry. Anything we consume, so, from day to day life, so it's coming from franchise industry. So you can check also. So you start your day with milk products, so it's coming from Amul. Amul is a big example. More than 16,000 franchises Amul do have. Then bakery products to kids going to school or franchising, you wearing clothes coming from franchise, and going to any gym coming from franchise. You are seeing now everything what we consume is coming from franchise. You use two-wheeler today in terms of auto, it's again coming from franchise. It's charging stations coming from franchise. You take fuel, is coming from franchise. In fuel, we have done Reliance GOBP petrol pumps also. That was the first project of Reliance which we did. So saying that what we consume today, even gardener coming at your home is coming from franchise. So sector-wise, if we see, even today, technology-based companies are coming into franchising, healthcare, it is booming now. Healthcare is also getting into different subcategories, and you will see all these subcategories also coming into franchising because the service and the product which you have, you need to go to the other markets also to have. Consumer is everywhere. Now today, if you see elderly people who are there at home, maybe somebody needed dialysis services and elderly people cannot go outside. So there are companies who have this dialysis services at home. So it will be provided at home and it's again franchise company. Now you see how time has changed. Now we have got clinics which are e-clinics. Now they are also looking forward for franchising. Say financial services, right from Kotak Mahindra to Motilal Oswal to ICICI Securities, all we have worked with, and they're all franchising. So go to food, F&B is a very, very large category. And then you go to subcategory, you go to subcategory, and these are cafes to takeaways to everything is franchise, right? Fine dining to restaurant to lounge to night bar to club to everything is coming franchise. Pet care, it's again one of the category which is booming right now. Now this pet care services would mean that there are so many pet lovers today who have pet at home and they need services, they need a product. Now company, if there's any company who are offering, they will also have to be present nearby, so they have to open their store, they open their franchise nearby so that consumer will come and use those products and use the services. Going to auto, now you can see it's again through franchising and charging stations coming to franchising, two-wheelers which are in EV segment, again franchise, hotels to motels, and you will also see a lot of hospitals or clinics are coming into franchise because franchising will give them edge to enter into different markets and to reach out to the consumers because consumer is everywhere. Now you need to have service. Even we have seen all the services at home, which can be a plumber to any kind of AC services or laptop services or any kind of service you need is coming from a franchise company. That's wherein when companies are looking for expansion, they are looking for 100 stores, 200 stores. Who is going to build this? That's what the opportunity with Franchise India only lies there, that we have our channel ready. We have local partners who will bring local capabilities and local investor would want to work with local consultants. That's why locally we want to make it very strong so that we have companies who are local and now they're also being serviced, and we have investors they're also being serviced locally. So what we are offering you when you become partner with Franchise India, so that's a tablet. So we have created tablet, which just means that T stands for technology. So we will create your CRM, we'll give you all database in your CRM. And we'll also give you Franchise India domain and email ID, which you will be using on daily basis. Really for communication with all your investors, your clients. And A stands for access of infrastructure, what we have. So Franchise India have got offices all across. So we have this full access to our IFC partners to come use the office full time also. And you can also invite your investors or invite your clients, and our team will also support you in terms of closing that business. So it's a full time availability, and you can also use it for all your meetings. B stands for brand. So when you join for the training which we have, this is T stands for 3 days training which we have in our corporate office. So you will be given 500 brand list, 500 list brands, which is on the day one. So then other brands are also readily available with you, and you can also sell. So as we discussed, we have a very huge brand portfolio with us, which are global brands now in India, and we are master franchise partners for these global brands, and all the rights for us are with us to expand their further expansions we have to do. So it's a great opportunity. You work with international brands, you work with domestic brands, to spread across. Now, when we are talking about lead structuring, so don't have to invest in any of the lead structuring. We provide you leads. There is no investment in terms of leads to generate, or is there anything that you want to start anything as a marketing, as a new campaign? All done by Franchise India. E stands for events. So we have every month 15, 20 events, and that these events are all invested by Franchise India and readily available for our partners. So partners would come, they will put their time and efforts, and that's where we bring in this complete capability of organizing such events. So every city we have events to to organize. So this month, if you see, we have one partner. He is in Bhavnagar. He has just joined us in Bhavnagar, Gujarat, and now we are doing 7th of September, first ever franchise show in Bhavnagar, which would help our partner build himself as a brand, and the recognition will be there for him because he becomes a Franchise India a face in the city. And now local investors who are looking forward for some kind of setting up a business will come and meet these brands which we are inviting. So all the investments done by us. This month we are doing Ahmedabad also, we are doing Surat also. So that's how we go. So in every city we have a show every month where we invite our partners to be part of that. And you can go to across cities, you can go in other cities also to be part of those shows and do the business. But it's all done by Franchise India ecosystem, and 3 days training as we discussed. So every month we have 3 days training in our office wherein we invite you to be part of that event and part of that training program, and which will be complete understanding. We give you the system and processes how we work, and once you are done with the training, you're absolutely there, ready for the market to go. So if we talk about proposed structure, what is an IFC proposed structure and why we have created this? Because we feel when you joined at Franchise India, you will join as an entry point. When you join as an entry point, then there's a growth ladder. Now, why growth ladder is there? Because every investor, every partner who joins us, invests in our company as a partner, there has to be some understanding because you want to grow further, faster. Someone putting more time will grow faster. Someone has less time will grow. So there has to be some understanding. So we have kept it very interesting module we have created. If you hit 15 lakh rupees revenue in 1 year, 15 lakh only, which can be in one lead, one deal, or one transaction also give you 15 lakh rupees revenue. But we are saying 1 year, when you hit 15 lakh rupees revenue, you become IFC elite. And then you hit 50 lakh rupees revenue, and that too, we have given you full 1 year. You become IFC Pro and you become IFC Master when you hit 1 CR. So you have opportunity to grow, but what at starting level, entry level, and elite, pro, and master, how it is going to change, I'll give you some understanding about your payouts. What's your earning potential in this? So payouts are depending on the revenues which we do. Now for revenues, what are the products which we have created? So we have IA, IS, BS, and BD. Now understand these are the 4 revenue products. IA stands for investor acquisition. IS stands for investor servicing. BS stands for brand servicing, and BD stands for business development. So would mean, as we discussed, Sadi, that we have two communities which we work. It's very, very simple. So we have two communities. One is investor, one is brand. We work with both communities. So when we work with both, we onboard both, and we charge a fee for onboarding with us, because we don't work for free. It's a we are very clear, because consulting is all about time. Our product is time. When we give time to someone, we charge for that. We are being paid for it. So when we work with investors and brands, we onboard both. That becomes investor acquisition and business development, BD. It's a onboarding. So we charge for this. Then we service both. So we are talking about servicing means investor is serviced, brand is serviced. That becomes IS and this becomes BS. So when investor is serviced, it is IS. When brand is serviced, it is brand BS. Now, what does that mean? Service would mean that when we service an investor, and service to investor means when investor joins us, onboard us, there is some purpose, looking for some kind of a business opportunity. So when we get that brand opportunity for him or her, it is service. When franchisee is being taken by that investor, they invest in that any brand which is finalized and which is done by Franchise India. So would mean investor service. So then again, we charge for investor servicing, we charge for brand servicing. So we are being paid for onboarding also, we are being paid for the servicing also. Now, this is very interesting. At startup level, when you are joining us, your share is 40% on these three products. 40% of these three products means investor acquisition, investor servicing, and brand servicing. And brand onboarding, which is business development, when we onboard a brand through you with your reference, we have 20% sharing with our partners. Now, I'll give you some understanding how it is happening. Investors acquisition starts from 30,000 to 5 lakh, right? Because it's a investor servicing. When we do, we service an investor only when we have brands, investor on board with us. When we onboard an investor, we understand first requirement. We understand what is the investment capacity or capability that investor do have. If investor is looking forward to invest only up to 20 lakh, less than 20 lakh, we charge 30,000 rupees for acquisition. Then the same investor, when we service, we charge servicing fees of 1 lakh rupees when we have charged 30,000 for investment on under 20 lakh. Now, investor has 20 to 50 lakh, that's the slab wise it go changed. Then we have a higher investor acquisition fee, which is going to 50,000. Then it goes to 1 lakh, it goes to 3 lakhs, it go to 5 lakh. And in some cases, we also charge bigger, kind of a sub fee, which is investor acquisition fee, which can be even 10 lakh also. Now, what you get 10, 20, 40% of this, what we charge. So it is through you. So you have taken the brands investor on board. Let's assume you take 10 investor on board in a month. And we are talking about basic, not bigger amount. We are talking about the basic, which is only 30,000 rupees each they have paid. So all 10 will pay 30,000 each. It becomes 33 lakh rupees. So your first revenue becomes 40% of that 3 lakh will go to you. That's first revenue. At the same time, when we service the investor, and you are getting full support on this, because different brand meetings to happen, it's all team which we have at the back end. When we serve the investor, they will pay us minimum 1 lakh rupees each. Every investor will pay us 1 lakh rupees who have paid us 30,000, wherein investment we are assuming is only under 20 lakh rupees. So when we are getting 1 lakh rupees from each, so that means 10 investors will pay us 10 lakh rupees as investor fee. You also get 40% out of this. So means 10 into 1 lakh becomes 10 lakh. You get 40% again out of 10 lakh. It becomes 4 lakh. Now, coming to brand service fees, when we service a brand, when we sell a franchise of any brand, our success fees is somewhere around 1.5, which is very, very basic. And it goes up to 10, 15, 20, 30, and up to 50 lakh as well. In some bigger cases, in bigger deals, we get 40, 50 lakh rupees also in one transaction. So from the brand, we charge somewhere around 1.5, which is basic. It goes up to, as I said, 50 lakh. Now let's assume that we have sold these 10 franchisees from a brands which have success fees of only average 2 lakh rupees to us. Average. So 2 lakh rupees each brand has given us. All 10 will give us 10 into 2 lakh. It becomes 20 lakh. Your share is again 40% of this 20 lakh rupees. Now you can understand. If you have time enough, you can do more. If you are putting less time, you can do five also, three also, and it's your own business. You are not an employee, you're an entrepreneur, you are your business owner. You have to decide what is you want to earn out of this. That's how it is going out. As far as brand onboarding is concerned, so your only reference is required. You don't have to do anything much on this, only reference. Like for example, I'm in Mumbai today. I have come to Mumbai for some meetings. I'm right now staying in one of the hotels because we had just a meeting. We finished it by 4:30, and there's a band who wanted to associate with us. They want to expand their franchise into franchising. So we have done a couple of meetings here. Now we have done meeting. I have come all the way from Delhi to Mumbai to attend that meeting for my partner. He has invited him to our having a meeting in the hotel. So we are doing this since morning. Now, next is what? Next is going to be the proposal sharing. So franchise India will share the proposal. Excuse me. So when we are sharing the proposal, that would mean that franchise India will help you in terms of getting follow-ups. So we will do follow-ups, and these all follow-ups will be done by us, and so that we can get your business close. So when we get a business close, then there is a documentation which we have to do. And when we do this documentation, that would mean all the proposals and this structure we will do. And when we are closing this business for you, then we will be also getting your monies in. So all documentation done, all the monies in which we have to do in any case. And that's where we come in between and help you to complete onboarding process. Further, the services which we have to provide all done by Franchise India. So Franchise India will give services to get that ready for franchise, marketing, and all those stuff. Right. So your part is over. You are doing only in between the coordination part, or you are being the part of this group or somewhere. But rest, everything is done by Franchise India. So your share is 20%. That's why it is in each case, your share is 20% of onboarding fees. Now, onboarding fees starts from 8.5 lakh. It goes to 75 lakh rupees. So we have four formats, which is a standard policy all over India. So it becomes 8.5 lakh, which is starting. Then we have 17.5 lakh, which is again standard. Then we have 40 lakh, and then we have 75 lakh rupees. There are only four onboarding proposals which we have. So based on the meeting which we do, we understand what's the requirement, we share the proposal. Now let's say assume we have done two transactions in a month, which are basic 8.5 lakh. So 8.5 into 2, it becomes 17 lakh rupees, two deals, two brand onboarding. So you get 20% of 17 lakh rupees, what you have done in the month, and all done by us. So it will remain in all the cases same 20% because yours is only reference, while as at elite member, when you become elite, would mean that when you are hitting 15 lakh rupees revenue in a year, you become my elite member, then you become pro member and master member. So this percentage will go here up from 40 to 50. Then you become 60%. You become 70% partner. So suppose you become 60, then I am 40. So Franchise India is getting 40% share. You get 60%, while as you have no investment at 40%, you have no investment at 50%, you have no investment at 60, even you have no investment as at 70%. So Franchise India will continue giving you all the leads, all the database in terms of promotions and marketing and campaigns which we run for different brands, and these brands also given by us, right? So you can choose the brands, we can give you those leads as well, and you can choose the cities, we can give you those cities as well. Now what is that you are doing? Your involvement. So you are giving your time, you are doing the matchmaking, and then saying events, all events are also paid by Franchise India. So you get your payout. So this is your first of the revenue. Second revenue is wherein we also get a lot of cash incentives from the brand side, which we draw. So when we are getting these franchises for these brands, so we have a lot of cash incentives also done from our side. So that's also for you. So that's a directly a part which is going to you. And third, we also do have contest. Every quarter we have a contest which we run, and we go every quarter the international contest which we are running for all of you. And partners are going now. We are going to Malaysia on 13th with my partners. Next, we have what Macau already running, and there's some criteria. And what we do as a franchise India, we as a team, we help you to qualify because our team, if you see what we have designed as a program, that team will qualify only once we are getting our investors or our partners to qualify. When you are qualifying, so my team is qualifying. That's what this is being system and it's being created so that contest every quarter is international, which is there for you. So all these international contests are every quarter. So in a year, you get 4 international contests also. So these are the 3 revenue products for all of you who become partner. And what it all going to take you? You'll be taking you to pay us as a brand fee or which is the license fees, which has to be only one time, which is 6 lakh plus GST, which is all over India, the structured, completely structured once the license fees, which is all over, which is 6 lakh plus GST. Rest all done by Franchise India. We have 3 years of agreement here. Now, 3 years of agreement, you have nothing to do. You have no investments, no investment to do in terms of marketing, promotions. You have no investments towards promoting yourself or any brand or anything. So it's all done by Franchise India. So we give you events, we give you leads, we give you brands, we give you sport, we give you all the local support as well, and then the corporate office support as well. So we'll come to help you to get that deal done, the meeting done. With all the meetings we do, our chairman, sir, to MD, madams, we all are traveling to help our partners wherever your meetings are, and then we arrange your meetings with the brands also simultaneously so that you get revenue. So our message from top to bottom is very clear that every partner who joins us, the first and important is first thing how soon our partner is getting his or her investment back in the pocket. It may take a week, it may take a month, it may take 2 months, it may take 3 months, but as soon as possible. So for that, we are asking only partners to be involved, to be active. Rest all done by us because it is return on involvement, return on intelligence. Means you bring in intelligence and you get your knowledge every day, different brands and different structure, and we will help you to get this thing done for you, and we will help you that you become soon you become my elite partner and then pro partner, and your investment which is in Franchise India, because any business you take, any business you get into as a partner, there is some investment. But different businesses have got 30-40 lakh rupees investment, which is taking 3 years to 4 years also to recover. In our business, it's a very small investment. It's low cost, highly rewarding, and zero risk. This is the only business which we say with confidence is a zero risk because it's hardly any investment. There's a few lakhs which we are talking about is going to recover in 1 week also, 1 day also. You do one transaction, you are getting completely this in, and we are high ticket deals also because then it becomes very important for you to become a long-term partner with us. So that is where we come in between and give you full understanding. But I hope there are a lot of questions which are unanswered maybe. We will get into one-on-one meeting and discussion with each one of you, and we'll give you some understanding about everything what we have discussed about. And in the meantime, I'll also put my contact number there in the chat box. So if you are interested, my number is 7011998340. So if any query, rest all our regional heads will get in touch with you so that they can understand your fitment with us. And then we have 10-minute, 5-minute introduction with our chairman, sir. That's must because it's a purely selection basis. If we really feel it's going to be the right opportunity for you, then only we can invite you. And if you feel also simultaneously that this becomes the right opportunity for you, understanding the growth, understanding the opportunity, and you can also become our partner. So we look forward, on the other hand, we look forward few of you to become part of us. And in the next training program, we will look forward to welcome you to be part of our next program and the next training, which would be somewhere around 20th or between 20th and 25th of this month. In the meantime, we have a lot of events, and we are also, as I said, we are also traveling, going to Malaysia this month along with all our partners, and that's how we grow together. So look forward for joining us and having a one-on-one discussion with all of you, one by one. And if you feel that there's any meeting face-to-face required, tomorrow we are in Mumbai. We have an event also. If someone is interested, please reach out to me directly. I may invite you to my Mumbai show, which is in ITC Maratha. I am staying in ITC Maratha today. So there's a show which is having tomorrow. We have some already prospects who are coming over to meeting us. And if anyone is Mumbai, you want to come tomorrow, please reach out to me direct and I'll invite you personally. So we are there. Our chairman sir will be there. We'll have one-on-one meeting. Rest all the events are following up. We will take you through, meet other partners also and see this opportunity, how it's happening. We are a very transparent company. We have everything is talking to each other. Nothing that we are hiding from one to other. So we are very, very open in that. So great. Thank you so much for your time. So we have taken some 8-10 minutes extra, but there's a restriction of time. But we would like to thank each one of you who have joined us this webinar today. And other side, we look forward to have a discussion with all of you.